Have y'all ever seen Ghetto Cliff Notes?
Yeah.
That guy is so much fun. I wish I would have known about him in high school, because he's my favorite. I'll watch those when I don't have to. Like, I would have absolutely watched him if I had to, but now that I'm not even in English classes anymore, I still watch them because they're hilarious. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Delicious Delicacies. My name's Jacob Smith. I'm your host this week, and today we're making a delicious tomato bisque with a pesto swirl. So the first thing you want to do in tomato bisque is obviously have some tomatoes. So we've got some delicious tomatoes for you today. Once you have your knife and your tomatoes ready, you're going to cut them just in half. Simple cut down the middle. We've got our big old handy dandy cast iron pot today. And we're going to make sure that we place these tomatoes cut side up, because that's where all the flavor comes from, and you don't want to lose any of that flavor when you put them in the bottom. The best spices for are obviously thyme and rosemary, so make sure that you get plenty of those. You're going to want 5 pieces of thyme and 2 pieces of rosemary in your dish. So your next step in making your bisque is you want to add onions to it. Now, be sure when you're adding the onions that you have taken the necessary preparations to make yourself not sad. You take these, spread them out, make sure you got all good slices in here on the top. All right, so once you get your olive oil completely drizzled for shizzle all over your tomato bisque, you want to make sure that you have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and you're going to cook it for about 30 to 40 minutes. We're going to take our tomato bisque out of the oven. Make sure you do it as safely as possible. I have a makeshift little oven mitt here, but look how delicious that looks. The tomatoes are caramelized, the onions are juicy, dripping with flavor. And now we're going to take this into our broiler here. The juices are going to flow. So once you've got your juicy, delicious mixture of tomatoes and ingredients in your pot, you're going to add another essential thing, and that is your stock. And today we're going to do a 50-50 blend of chicken stock and vegetable stock. You want to bring it to a boil as fast as you can. And once it gets to boiling, then you're going to reduce the heat to a light simmer. All right, so now that we've got our mixture into a pot and into a good kind of simmer state here, we're gonna add a couple things. We're gonna add sugar, and the reason why we do that is because the sugar is actually going to downplay the acidity of the tomatoes. And the next thing we wanna do is we're gonna add rice. So you're gonna wanna add just a couple teaspoons of rice, and you're gonna let that sit in for just a couple more minutes. So now that the starch in the rice has broken down, we want to make sure to do my favorite part, which is blending it up. All right, now guys, I just want to show you the awesomeness of our finished product just a little bit. Check that out. It looks so good, and it's gonna taste even better. So we've got our serving dish here. We're just gonna scoop this right up. This is the best part of the whole meal. So get your last little spoonful in there. It looks delicious, and I know this is video, but man, if you could smell this bisque right now, it's amazing in your nostrils. I want just a little bit more cheese just to make it presentable here. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, your tomato bisque. And now, since I'm the host, I'm gonna enjoy the very first bite. Here we go. That is perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Delicious Delicacies today. I hope you try this recipe out. I hope it amazes you just as much as it did me. Take the time and effort to make this for yourself. I promise you it's going to be so worth it. It tastes so much better than just your average microwave meals. So be sure to join us in the next session for our next recipe for Delicious Delicacies. See you guys later.